Good morning, Christian. Could we do a guided meditation or sit in silence meditation together? Are you still there? Sometimes see zero participant. That's why I keep silent. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself. You disappear. I cannot. The number is zero. I mean, the number of participant. Anyway, yeah, maybe it's the technique stuff. Hmm. So these days, after almost 4 years of sharing teaching, I have more like there's so many things to say, but at the same time there's nothing to say. The truth cannot is unspeakable. Unspeakable, yeah. Inexpressible. This thing is really so. Have you practiced? Do you have any questions, or what's the difficult part for you? So the best learning is not only to like listen to me or every other teachers sharing. It's it's all up to you. We should practice. We should understand every teacher's sharing or teaching by ourselves. If you don't practice, then there's no understanding. There's no realization, except that you are already enlightened. So there's nothing to say. But for the beginners or even your mediate level, you always have some questions or difficulties. So, okay, that's a good question. How to sustain the meditation for prolonged periods of time? So, you just back to the shortcut is you are aware that you're aware. Are you aware now? Yes, you're talking to me, you're typing. The typing or the listening is the function of cosmic intelligence. And awareness is one application of the cosmic intelligence. We are aware. But as a human being, we are aware that we are aware. So it's an advanced level of awareness. We are self-aware. So best way is the shortcut is you are aware. You are aware that you are aware. So simple. And you can maintain this self-awareness as long as you could. Once you notice you're distracted, you back to the self-awareness. That's all. Everything around you and inside you will disturb you or distract you because our attention always going out to a people, to a sound, to an image, to anything outside, or other in other times we are our attention falls into a thinking, a memory, something to do. Once you're aware that you are distracted, or your awareness is put away, or become a thought, become a memory, become a attention outgoing. Once you're aware of that disturbance, you draw your attention back to the awareness again, self-awareness. So that's the most simplest way. In this simple practice, your awareness will grow. It's also mindfulness too. It's better you to it's better you do this in the sitting meditation, right? You're not doing anything. You just be self-aware. And you're noticing it's not easy because so many happening in the body and mind, also outside. And we are so easily disturbed or distracted. That's a practice. Now you're listening to me. I will shut my mouth for 1 minute. So you will notice it's really hard to maintain this, right? To be self-aware. It's the highest level of meditation. And it's a shortcut. Sometimes it works for a certain type of people who has good merits or good karma. No abiding, no aim, or thoughtlessness. That's the three no's. No thought, no aim, no abiding. So simple. Negation. You see, they use negation to express that realization. This realization actually is not that, it's here. It's here and now. So that's the highest level of teaching, Zen or Rigpa in Dzogchen. Uh, but if there's a convenient way, if it's too much for you or too advanced for you, we have different levels. We can level it down, lower it down a little bit. The second level, I like Dzogchen because in comparison with Chan or other lineage, I find Dzogchen the great perfection. So this is maybe the first lesson you will learn from Dzogchen teaching is you have a picture of this like masters and deities above, behind, and the left and right, and also the fierce or the peaceful deities. You know, the beauty of Dzogchen is that they use visualization. Why I'm talking about this? Because if sitting in self-awareness is really hard for you, then you can visualize something. Use the mind to visualize the master on top of your head, 3 meters high. That's one way. Or in front of you, visualize a master, a teacher, anyone that encouraging you in the path awakening, on top of you or in front of you or right in the heart, or both of them. Visualize a master sitting on your top head now, and a luminous master sitting on top of your head, guiding you, encouraging you, helping you by his words, deeds, and the wisdom or compassion. So in this way, in this visualization, which is very typical in Dzogchen, if you visualize like 1,000 times, millions times, billions times, it becomes a reality for you. Every time you sit, you visualize, it's kind of like neuroplasticity. If you visualize everything every day, every month, every year, if you cultivate that visualization, it becomes so strong that it becomes your reality, at least your inner world. You're in your mind, you believe it, you trust it, you build up your inner power and peace by that visualization with the help of that this all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all the masters and teachers around you, inside you. And that's the second step. That's the beauty of Dzogchen or Vajrayana systems. So it is a convenient way. Anyone. So it's very helpful if the first level of like self-awareness is hard, and we need this a little bit lower level like visualization, because you trust him or her, trust your masters, you have huge belief in him or her, you love him or her, whatever it is. Like we pray to God, right? We believe in God. That belief itself build of a strong atmosphere in you, you see, and nobody can take it away. That the power of belief. 10 beliefs is the foundation of the, we have 52 steps of Bodhisattva practice, right? So we talked about this before, right? The 52 steps from a worldly person to a complete enlightened Buddha There's 52 steps. So the first 10 steps we call 10 beliefs. You build up that trust and belief, like in Dzogchen is the master or is the second Buddha, we call the Padmasambhava, or Shakyamuni Buddha, or just Jesus. Any lineage works here. Belief works. So visualization is very special in Dzogchen teaching, or maybe a broader sense of Vajrayana teaching, diamond teaching. If it's not convenient for you, you don't have any master, I just start, meditate, or I'm just interested in this kind of sharing. So you can use one-point concentration. You can concentrate on a natural flower, looking at, just for example, this is a flower, for example. So you look at it, beauty. You just look at it, simply look at it, without labeling, without naming. So in this way, in this one-point concentration, we calm down the mind to a point. That's called Samatha, right? And you can use the same principle to what you hear instead of what you see. Like now, I played a 100 syllables mantra. It's not easy. Yeah, the Vajra Bodhisattva is, I mean, like the present, like the presence of the second Buddha. Actually, it's all the Buddhas are same, identical, manifest in different attributes. And if you listen to a beautiful piece of music like piano, Beethoven, or mantras, let's try this 100 syllables mantra. So that's 1 minute of concentration on listening. So you can choose to any piece you like. I mean, piece of music or mantra or just Om Pancha Guru Pema Siddhi Hong. That's another mantra. Some mantras are also very special in the Vajrayana or Dzogchen or Mahamudra, basically in the Tibetan Buddhism. I have some initiations. That's why I am interested or I like this. It's really beautiful. Once you can understand the voice behind this 100 syllables mantra, you are so, the voice is so compassionate, the voice is even wise, so soothing, calming. That's why I played it again and again. Even when I fall asleep, I just play it. Yeah. Here remind me, so before you go to bed, there's a 5 to 10 minutes of from wakefulness to sleep. That period of time is very important. So basically your sixth consciousness, the logic mind, doesn't work anymore. In that state, you put some music or mantra or any good stuff into, during that period you can how to say, embed or transmit that good contents or good stuff, wisdom or compassion or love, into your subconsciousness. Okay, because you are your our sixth mind, the logic reasoning mind, doesn't work anymore at that specific of time. I mean special time, that period of time. Then you play that music or mantra or love and compassion into the subconscious mind. So that's where the subconscious mind starts to work. Very short time. But if you play it, the music or the mantra or the love in that, say, 5 minutes period of time into your subconsciousness, then your subconsciousness will be like implanted with good seeds. Okay, use that 5 minutes before you go to bed to plant some good seeds into your subconsciousness. Interesting? Don't read any news or, before you go to bed. No, that's not a good decision. Anything negative, you you better avoid that stuff, because every one, before we are enlightened or calm enough, we better, how to say, avoid that kind of negativity in the media, in the news. It's just a suggestion. Okay, maybe you just like it so much. So the whole process, either self-awareness or visualization or one-pointed concentration by, by watching a beautiful flower or by listening to a mantra, a piece of music, all this is to calm the mind. Samatha is so important. And later on, you may have more wisdom or understanding. Why? Because you have that power of contemplation, observation. You can observe what's going on outside and inside. You can observe your habitual thoughts, behavior, and there's always a relationship behind, how you speak, what words you choose, the way you are sitting, the way you are behave, the way you act, even the way you dress. Okay, there's a reason, there's a cause and conditions behind it. Why I'm saying this? Once your mind is still enough, you can see everything outside, inside. What's going on here? What's the relation between that person and my reaction or response to that person? You can see that tendencies, the inner activities that playing on between inside and outside. There's a play of energy and understanding. It's a flow of information, energy, and the data. You see yours and you see others. You see the interactions between you and others. That's one way. Then you see your thoughts, memories, and you see how you respond to your inner thoughts and memories. You can see that picture because now you can contemplate. That's the power of observation. Once you can see all the activities between you and others, and also inside of you, between you and inner thoughts and memories and desires. Once you can have that ability to see it, then you have the ability to manage it. Make sense? So that's a power of observation based on samatha, or based on a calm mind. Then if you have that power of contemplation, you can manage your thought, memory, relationship. You can manage your response or action to others or to your memories, to your inner activities. Then you may have a second choice instead of the autopilot, instead of the habitual behavior and thoughts. Make sense? You have a choice because you have that power of observation. You may pause a little bit. Wait a minute. Wait a second. I have that habitual thought or reactions to this specific type of person or surroundings, or even a smell, or even a color, or even a shape, very detailed. But no matter how your situation is, your tendency is, you can see it. That's the place where we can improve. Okay, that's where we can manage, we can evolve, we can have a second choice, a better choice, or more um, constructive choice, more understanding choice, organic choice. An example is, my kids loves my kids love instant noodles before, but later on, these days, I don't know from where they got news, know that instant noodles are not good for your health. So they have that understanding and they stop eating instant noodles. They don't eat instant noodles anymore. You see, they have that knowledge and they have that power. I think maybe they still have tried to eat them, right? Eat the instant noodles, but The second choice is, oh, maybe it's not good for my health, right? So they choose another organic food, like veggies, apples, fruits. You see, second thought is very important. Organic, uh, constructive, positive choice is so important, right? Meditation plays a role. You really dig into your subconsciousness, the habits of thinking, the conditioning, the pre how to say prejudgments or pre-labeling, all the labelings you give to this is good or bad. I like this, I dislike this. I give you an example, okay? My example is, sometimes I don't know this until I have 3 cats. Sometimes, I have 3 cats. Then they're so friendly to humans. They always follow you, or lead you, especially when I up and down the stairs. So when I go down the stairs, they will lead you the way. So sometimes in that way, they blocked your way of going downstairs. So it kind of risky. If I could just step on them and hurt them, or I will fall. If I step on the cat, I will fall in. So every time they lead the way when I'm stepping down the stairs, I have that tendency that, oh, please go away. I noticed that there's a voice, or I wish they were not here. I mean, I they're risking themselves, get hurt. So it is until I have 3 cats that I have these tendencies, imprints. It's very neutral. Sometimes a bad one, sometimes a good one, sometimes a neutral one, right? But no matter it's good, bad, or neutral, you can see it. And once we can see it, we can be free of it. We can manage it. We could have a second choice. Second option or choice is so important. We don't become a victim of habitual thoughts, habitual thinking, habitual behavior, habitual addiction, habitual victim, trauma, you see. Before we become victims, which we have been done for many, many years, you have that second choice, or pause, or space. Okay, that's the power of meditation. Samatha and Vipassana, contemplation based on samatha. Buddha's teaching is so logic and so practical, so reasonable. Actually, Buddhism is not only a religion. Okay, the essence is a blend of science, psychology, biology, neuroscience, physics, chemistry. It's a blend of everything, physiology, relationships, social studies. It's so beautiful. It's all in one. Once you realize the essence teaching of Buddha. Now again, are you aware? Are you self-aware? Can you recognize the self-awareness and rest in this self-awareness? That's all. The whole cosmos doesn't divide herself or itself or himself into so many categories. The planet Earth doesn't have a American and Afghanistan on his body, on her body. Okay, we humans divide this, borders of countries and the different religions. Nature doesn't have this division. Nature doesn't have this. Oh, this is chemistry. This is biology. This is astronomy. This is geography. No, nature is one whole thing. I'm not denying the division of science or understandings. It is helpful, but also it is a trap. Once you declare you're Americans, you build up a potential enemy that are not Americans. You see, identity again, from all our experience. What's your identity? You identify with this body, with this limited understanding we call mind, then you suffer. The whole nature, the whole cosmos doesn't have any identity. It's a whole thing. You see, I just yesterday or days ago, I have that video breakthrough or cut through the cognitive obscurations, right? And break through the emotional obscurations. The whole awakening is break through or cut through these two obscurations that blinds me to see the truth, to see the path, a true thing of the way, to move the Maya, to move the illusions. Where is the ultimate truth? Here and now, in your heart. But our minds cover the pure heart. Our names and forms cover the pure awareness. It's like the objects in the space, blocked space, and you cannot see through. So simple. So simple. So days ago, there's my favorite lama. I mean, in the Pema Lingpa lineage. So this lama, my beloved lama, he lives in Victoria, and he paid a visit to us, like ordain some new disciples. Days ago, in a house of my friend, my Dharma friend. So I went there, and again he did some rituals and mantras. This remind me so after years of practice. When I see him again, I haven't seen him for a couple of years. When I see him again, And then when I heard that all see the rituals or heard that mantras again, it bring me a very fresh understanding, and I was so grateful for his presence, more grateful than before, because now my understanding is different. My level of understanding is different, so I appreciate him more, even though his English is not perfect, but from his words and behavior, I can understand. Wow, he's such a beautiful being, and I was so touched. So he was doing the visualization stuff again. This picture, he asked us to visualize the masters and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas all around you and beside you and behind you, on top of you, below you, and inside you. So this visualization, wow, so powerful. After years of practice, I find Dzogchen, or the visualization of Dzogchen, is so important. The lineage from generation to generation, from master to master, from sangha to sangha to sangha, the lineage is so precious. And you know what? I like to watch movies, so I give you a. So in the X-Men series, X-Men, worries, or the supernatural or superpower, like mutants. There's a Professor X, right? Professor Xavier. So Professor Xavier has a very powerful special talent, is that he can connect it. He can connect to all the minds of mutants, communicate with them, talk with them, and even control them, right? Oh, wow. At that moment, I'm like a Professor Xavier, Professor X. I'm talking, I'm communicating, I'm prostrating, to all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, sometimes wrathful deities, or it's a peaceful deities. Wow. At that time, I have that connection. It's beyond space and time, okay? Your visualization is beyond space and time. Your visualization, if you visualize a master, like say Shakyamuni Buddha, who passed away. I mean, the physical body. He left his physical body like 2,600 years ago, or 2,500 years ago. If you visualize him in your mind heart, instantly it become alive for you. Do you follow? It may not real for others, but it is real for you, because you visualize it, because you believe it, because you feel great with him. Shakyamuni Buddha, you vow to him, you prostrate to him, so it become vivid for you, it become alive for you. That's the beauty of visualization, or in essence, it has the beauty of consciousness. That's the beauty of awareness. That's the beauty of visualization in the lineage of Dzogchen or Vajrayana systems. Now, Bodhisattva Shakyamuni Buddha is so vivid for me now, because I have think about him, I have prostrated to him, I have been grateful for him, or appreciate him for so many times. In my mind, he's so alive. The inner world is so important. My inner world may be very different from you, and actually it is different. Every mind is different. How many minds in this planet Earth right now? 7 billion. 7 billion different minds create 7 billion different worlds. But we are living on same planet Earth. One planet Earth, 7 billion different minds or worlds. Now, among these 7 billion of minds, there's one mind, Dong's mind, my mind, in which Shakyamuni Buddha is so alive, so precious, so beautiful for me. In this way, after years of practice of meditation, visualization, sharing, teaching, I'm in the Buddha land right now. I'm in the heaven right now. Heaven is real for me. May not real for you, or may be real for you. If it's real for you, congratulations. You transcend all the names and forms. You transcend planet Earth. We are in the heaven right this moment. We transcend the limited understanding of the egoic mind or individualized mind. We reached the other shore. That's the power of mind. That's the liberation. That's the freedom. Where is the freedom? Here and now. Your understanding, your perception, your wisdom. Where is the enlightenment? Here and now. Or when is the enlightenment? Here and now. So it's never somewhere else or sometime else. Only in here and now. If you realize it, boom. A non-local realization, okay? Well, I'm sitting in Vancouver, in a room of Vancouver. There's this room, windows, trees outside. I'm still living in a very limited room or situation, right? But now I can see through. I can see through the walls. I can see. My mind is big. My heart is big enough. My eyes see the walls. My ceilings, ground, windows, doors, computer, right? Cell phone. But my heart is big. Is beyond all this. That's called awakening. You are not prisoned by what you see, what you hear, what you taste, touch, smell, and most importantly, what you think. You set yourself free. Nobody can help you. I'm a pointer. I'm a guide. I'm a guide. Hey, you can set yourself free. Try this way, try that way. And you have to practice. It's like, for example, the final destination is New York, okay? 5th Street, beautiful. I can say, hey, 5th Street is so beautiful. Go to see, go. I can tell you, hey, in the 5th Street, there's so many, shops. There's Chanel. There's all the famous brands. If you're a lady, or diamonds. In the shops of diamonds and watches and bags and famous brand of clothes. Hey, go to see. There's this. I can tell you that this. I've been there just once. You can go there, you can go to New York to do this, to do that, to see the Statue of Liberty, to do this, to do that, But you never go there, and you don't intend to go there. What I can do? So New York is a pointer. I ask you to go, but here in this context, hey, get enlightened. set yourself free, be liberated. But you don't do it. You are even sometimes people are not interested in this at all. They're more interested in making money. Yes, it's helpful, but making money definitely is not ultimate goal of life. You underestimated your potentials. Okay, say you can make $1 million a year. Good enough, right? No, your value is much more than $1 million per year. Okay, your value is infinite. There's no number can measure you. That's called infinity. And we are born to understand you're infinite in terms of money, power, health, wealth, happiness. That's called self recognition. Then all the illusions you let go. Oh, wow, I'm here now. That's all. That's called enlightenment. No, nothing can beat this. I've said this again and again. Nothing can beat self realization. It's beyond any measurement of money, power, sex, food, healthy, wealthy, success, and so on. Nothing can beat this. No way. It's like, how do you measure space? Can you measure space? Can you measure the size of space? No way. It's infinite big, right? Infinite big and infinite small. It's like there's no way to measure what happens to you, what happens after enlightenment. No way to measure it because you become infinite. Becomes infinite also means becomes immortal. You're totally free from any conditioning. Okay, maybe you have very good family, you have very good parents, siblings, you have very good business, you're a very famous doctor or professor in some university or in a big city. No matter what you are, your potentials, your real you is much more than that. If you don't recognize your infinity or immortality, you fail. So sad to say, you fail because you totally underestimated your potentials. You forgot who you are. Yes, we are internal. We are. Good. Yeah, that I am. We are. Great. Thank you, Jimmy. So repeat all these beautiful words. We are, I am, I love, I appreciate, I understand, I surrender, Repeat these words in our minds helps our understanding, our realization. Yeah, I see, I listen, I speak, I love. I love is the most advanced level of understanding. I love, love. You know, even in my treatment of acupuncture, okay, I use these mantras. In in Honoponopono, if in Hawaii, there's a local culture in Hawaii. They use the very simple four words or four phrases. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. These four words are so powerful. I'm sorry, basically for anything we have done wrongly in the past, right? We are not conscious enough to hurt someone, to be too angry, to maybe hurt an animal even, right? We stamp on ants. We stamp, we hurt a flower. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You ask for forgiveness. It's opening your mind and heart. So I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you. So I love you. And when I say I love you, it's not only to say a person or an animal. It's you, this I, and the other you is could be a flower, could be a plant, could be an ant, could be anything. Okay, I love you and thank you. When you say thank you to a tree, to a flower, to sunlight, to an ocean, to a lake, to a lake, to everything around you and inside you, I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. These four words, if you just repeat it again, I repeat it even in my treatment of acupuncture. Okay, I'm not only saying to myself, I also saying on behalf of the patient, because I think this power contains huge power to resolve the problems, to 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 resolve the conflicts, to expel demons, even. Okay, that's just a word. To expel or to heal the dizziness or sickness. It creates a fear, a field of understanding, love, compassion, you know, surrender, understanding, calm. How to say? There's a different. You may choose one of the words that works for you, right? Everyone is different. Sometimes, oh, I'm sorry, it may be more important for me. You can repeat that, or just or I love you is more. I more how to say have a connection with I love you. This phrase. Repeat these beautiful words in you. I appreciate. I love. I thank you. Sometimes I confess. I surrender. I prostrate. That's the beauty of mind. You see, we can create a positive field or atmosphere by repeating a positive word like love or wisdom. These two simple words contains huge information, right? No matter it's a love between partners, it's a love between parents and children. It's a love between you and your friend, or you and your pets. It doesn't matter. Just say I love. Starting from I love you, I love it. Uh, uh, Starting from a specific or special person, or someone inspired you, encouraged you, or helped you or loved you. Starting from him or her, it, then you can expand or open that more to more people, more something, and eventually the whole cosmos is a ocean of love. Then you transcend your mind and body. The guitar and bass amplifiers of a friend makes cracking noises when he plays on them, but when I play on them, there is a great. I told him it's a vibration. Yes, yes, yeah. This remind me there. The basic knowledge, like playing a guitar or anything, or any career or profession, the basic principle understand or same, but the one who understand that principle and use that equipment like guitar or amplifier, that person behind it is different. So the doer is different. The minds behind all the phenomena world is different. Once you understand the mind, you understand the whole world. You understand the guitar, you understand the piano, you understand the book, you understand a tree, you understand the flower. Your understanding is different. We may look at same thing, but your understanding is different. Your appreciation is different. Your the world is different because of you. Perceptions plays a role, right? There was a demon in the filthy bathroom of another friend at night, and the night couldn't turn on when I tried. So I said, "Hey, we are both ghosts. Isn't that isn't that cool?" I felt happy. Then I knew I could turn on the light, and I turned it on. Cool, man. Jimmy, you're yeah. Use your power. Use your understanding to help more, to love more. You're a messenger. You are yeah. You're a messenger. You're a voicer. You're a doer of this greatness. Okay, every one of us is. Yeah. But before we can realize that infinite power, let's realize the inner calm and inner love first. That's the essential part. Once you recognize your inner calm, inner compassion, inner peace, and the love and the wisdom, everything you do, you think, you see is inner calm, inner peace, is peaceful, is loving, is helping, We project the world from our limited or complete understanding. That's all. The whole world is your projection. If you think the whole world is chaotic, because your inner Impression is chaotic. If you think the whole world is beautiful, that's that's because of the inner beauty. If you think someone is nasty, because there's a nastiness in you already. Because if you think someone is very loving and compassionate and wise, that's because the inner wisdom and compassion is already in you. You project from this filtering of the mind a world. So the better way is to try to fix the problem if there's any problem here, or present or project a loving, compassionate word from the inner common compassion, also wisdom too. That's all. That's our activity. And the more you do it, the more you feel that way, the more you're in the Zen, or the more you're in the Tao, the more you're in the flow of cosmic intelligence. That's all. The cosmic intelligence is really open to us. A Wi-Fi without any password, okay? A Wi-Fi, a universal Wi-Fi without any password. If you went to a Wi-Fi with password, need a password, it sucks. You have to push the button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and get connected. No, the whole cosmic intelligence is really open to you, a universal big one without any password. Just open your heart. That's all. It's crazy. Um, our mind, our heart is an antenna. Receive, downloading also is a sender. Antenna can receive and send signals, right? You can output and downloading and uploading all your understandings too. If you're downloading anxiety, stress, negativity, if you're downloading and accumulates, there's one day you will explode, become maniac, become panic. But if you choose to download all the love, beauty, compassion, wisdom from the external or from outside or cosmos, actually there's no outside, inside, and you download that and you upload that, wow, you're self-generating a world of love. You're self-generating a world of compassion. You're self-generating a world of understanding. You're self-generating a world of wisdom. That's what I'm doing in the past 10 years. I download, I digest it, I cook it, I output it, I upload it. It's a circulation. You see the down and up, input and output. It's a circulation. It's a circulation. Also, we can put in other words, interconnectivity, interbeing. Thich Nhat Hanh coined this word, interbeing. You are consciously interbe with everything, with every other beings, in terms of love, understanding, wisdom, light. You are light. We receive light. We transmit lights. You become a superstar, supernova, neutron star. Wow, everyone can see your light. Everyone, wow, this man is super. And this reminds me the Sadhguru's quote. It's not being Superman is not super. Being human is super. Okay, maybe his exact is not his exact word. Being super means you recognize being a super, being a human is super. So that's why you are Superman. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so you, oh, so many. I felt happy then I know I could turn on light and I turn it on. Good. A friend asked me when he saw a bug walking on my piano, do you believe it comes from the devil? I said, that's what he believes. Yes. Then, but the bug is just a creature from God. I thought about putting it on him and then it flew on his shoulder. Yes, yes. Cool. Later, when I talked some more, it flew between his eyes and said, "It's okay. God is just teasing you." Yes. Woof. Yes. I'm in the process of getting more into the positive while sometimes failing back into major negative. That's a play of the consciousness. Um, Once you can perceive that negativity, you're safe because the one who perceive it is beyond negatives and positives. Okay. That's called pure. Okay. Pure means unconditioned and cannot be conditioned, cannot conditioned by the positives and cannot conditioned by the negatives. That's called pure. That's a that's a clarity too. No matter what our experience is or are, you are not conditioned to that experience. That's a power. That's a power to state I am unconditioned and nothing can condition me. Nothing can shake me anymore. Yeah, so Jimmy, you got talent of that. I mean, you can deal with animals or the invisible energies. Cool. Keep doing it. But at the same time, stay calm, stay cool, stay in the field of purity, infinity. Play a little while and help others by your ability. Great. If no, do you have any further questions or some experience you want to share? If no more, then we can end this session. It's beautiful. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Sabina. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Bye now. See you next time.